Hello everyone, welcome back to GLOSSYBOX UK's YouTube channel. Happy New Year. I can't believe it's January in 2026. It's been nearly a year since I've been doing these YouTube videos. I think we started in March, so we're coming up to a year already, which is just craziness. If you haven't watched our YouTube before, I'm Rebecca Jones and I'm the senior social media executive here at GLOSSYBOX UK, and every single month I film you a full unboxing of our monthly boxes as well as our limited edition. Now this month is January. How are we in January? I actually filmed this before January and it just feels so bizarre for me to already be talking about January at the time that I'm filming this, and I just know the next month is just gonna fly by. But we're starting off strong this month. I can't wait to show you what's inside this month's box and what we're going to be sneak peeking in February as well, so hold on tight till the very end of this video. But yeah, let's get started. Now this month's box does come in our iconic pink box, and that's because we have a very special limited edition for Feb. So I'm going to be showing you that at the end. We'll sneak peeking you the bag as well as the sneak peek for February bag, which is super exciting. But we've got our iconic pink box this month, which, let's just be honest, we wouldn't be GLOSSYBOX without our iconic pink box. Now this month's box is worth £54, contains 5 products, a mixture of perfume, so a mixture of fragrance, body care, hair care and makeup. So a really nice full rounded box of products you've probably never used before, products that you maybe seen but really wanted to try but haven't got round to it. So I'm super excited to showcase all of the products today. 2 of the products I won't be able to fully showcase for obvious reasons, as you'll see shortly, but the rest I will be. So let's get started. Now, as you would have seen if you are a subscriber and you watch these every single month without fail, thank you, I know who you are, you will know that last month we asked you to choose your own commodity fragrance. Now, if you haven't smelt commodity, then I'm telling you now, you are truly missing out. If you was able to get your hands on our advent calendar last year, then you will know how beautiful the commodity scents are. Now we did have a full size 30ml milk scent in commodity in our advent calendar, and you were actually able to get the travel size version of that in your choose your own this month. This one is probably good if you didn't get a chance to try it in the advent calendar, then it'll be a good time for you to try milk. However, if you've got milk in the advent calendar and you want to try more of the commodity scents, then the juice one is going to be just as great for you as well. But equally, both of these are beautiful. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, maybe you've just subscribed, you would have been sent milk, which I think is the perfect choice, because milk, I can honestly say, is one of my favourite fragrances. Since being introduced to it last year, I can honestly say it's one of my favourite fragrances. It lasts all day, and I've become a true lover of commodity fragrances from that. Now there is different groupings in fragrances at commodity. I think how they structure their fragrances is very clever. These 2 fall under the Expressive group, which means that it's just the perfect fragrance if you're wanting to just really express yourself through scent. And again, you're able to choose either juice or milk. Last month, if you're a subscriber, if you're not, you will get milk. Now the difference is quite different. Now your milk fragrance is actually more woody, it's more creamy, it has hints of vanilla, it's like toasted marshmallow. It's very comforting. I would say it was perfect for like this time of year, just really like warming. It's like really like hugs your body. It's like that really homely, really comforting scent. Just took it out of its box so you can see them. They both come like this, so they both come in their 7ml bottles. Now these are so handy for your handbag, travel, clutch bag, any bag. These are fantastic for travel purposes. So yeah, your milk is very more of a comforting scent. Now if you're someone that likes more like sweet, citrusy, fruity more fragrances, then you would go for juice. Now it still has that warmth in there. due to the amber wood that's within the notes of this fragrance. However, it's still a bit more citrusy, it's a bit more fruity. So if you're wanting something a bit more lighter, more citrusy, fruity to uplift you this time of year, then you would go with Juice. If you're wanting something a bit more warm, a bit more comforting, a bit more oud-like, then you'd go for Milk. Now, I'm naturally more drawn to more oud scents, but don't get me wrong, spring, summer, I do like quite a citrusy, fruity scent. So yeah, it's quite hard. It's quite hard. I would be more drawn to Milk, but everyone's fragrance, scent and preference is completely different. I say that, but I have just spritzed Juice again and it's gorgeous. It's so nice. So yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one. I think if you did watch my choose your own video for last month before choosing, then hopefully it would have made it a little bit easier for you to choose which one. But yeah, they're both equally beautiful. One tip when it comes to fragrances, I dab a little bit of Dr. Pawpaw. Now, if you use GLOSSYBOX, if you subscribe to GLOSSYBOX over the last year, if longer, you've probably accumulated a few different types of Dr. Pawpaw, but it's a very light gel balmy texture. Pop a little bit of that on your wrists, on the back of your neck, anywhere you want to spritz it, and spray it directly on there, and it literally lasts all day. So that is your first product. So you would have got either one, Juice or Milk of the commodity scents, which, sorry, but what a fantastic first product. Nothing better than starting the new year with a new fragrance. Really just sets you off for the year, I find. Now, carrying on that scent, we're going to go now into body scrubs. Now, this is from a brand that you loved last year. You absolutely loved it, and it's Anatomicals. Now, Anatomicals actually rated one of our most popular products last year, and I think it's just because of the scents of the products. They're so fresh, they're fruity, they're citrusy, but they're fresh for in the shower, like the shower gel. Oh, it was the shower gel that you all went mad for. Now, very excitingly, we have got a body scrub from this range, from this brand, in this month's box. Now, these particular products from Anatomicals have quite a fresh, very citrusy scent. So if you've picked Juice from Commodity as your chosen fragrance, these are going to complement each other really well, actually. So if you was to apply this in the shower and then have a spritz of Juice, I feel like your skin is just going to smell super fresh all day. So this is more like a gel exfoliator texture. So I'll show you the texture on camera. As you can see, it's got like the exfoliating particles within the gel, which I find really nice as an exfoliator, especially for the body, because I feel like it's a lot more hydrating. I've used quite a lot of different body scrubs over the years because I am actually quite a big fan of a body scrub. I'll explain why in a second, but I feel like exfoliators with this texture and this consistency tend to be very hydrating on the skin. The particles are not too harsh either. They don't have that really harsh salt texture like some scrubs do. So I think this is going to be really good for anyone with more sensitized skins, as well as anyone that has no sensitivity issues on the skin. It's just going to be an all-around fantastic body scrub to incorporate into your routine a couple of times a week. Now, the reason why I recommend body scrubs so much is because your skin renews itself very quickly. Your skin is consistently doing cell turnover every single day. So it's really important that you are buffing away any excess dead skin cells on the body, especially if you're using body lotions, if you're using self-tans, even more so in winter because our skin tends to get a lot more dry. I always use this analogy because it's the easiest analogy to use. But when you place a box on a patch of grass and leave it there, when you remove it, all of the grass underneath that box is dead. That's what our skin effectively does through winter because we're consistently covering it up. It's different during summer because we tend to have skin more on show. We're likely to more exfoliate, apply body lotions because we want our skin to look its best. As in winter, we kind of like hide ourselves, we hide our skin, we reach for more comforting like long sleeve coats, jackets, jumpers, so our skin doesn't get the air and the oxygen it usually does. So exfoliating is really important. All you have to do is at least once a week. Just once a week is more than enough, twice max. You don't need to do it any more than twice a week, but minimum once, just to remove that dead skin cells, any flakiness, that helping with that renewal cell turnover, But again, fantastic product to have, especially in January, because it's a good habit to start into your weekly body care routine. Now, another good habit to incorporate into your beauty routine in general for the new year is hair care. Now, I feel like you're either really good with your hair or it's just literally shampoo with whatever shampoo and conditioner, blast it with a hairdryer, good to go. I have really worked on a hair care journey these last few years. I used to wear hair extensions. They quite massively damaged my hair. I have a thyroid condition, so my hair goes really dry. So I do try to keep on top of a good hair care routine, and I can't recommend that enough. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a 50 million step hair care routine. Just something that's going to really help protect your hair, as well as make your hair look like more bouncy, more youthful. I'm all about taking care of your hair. Now, we have got a hair product in there, and it's from We Are Paradox. Now, you all love We Are Paradox as a brand. You go mad for it every time we incorporate their hair mask in there. This month, we've actually got a blow drying spray. Now, this is a thickening volume spray. Now, when I tell you my hair, if I don't apply anything with a thickening ability to it, any thickening benefits, then my hair does go quite flat, it goes quite limp, it doesn't have much volume. And tend to, when I do have my hair down, which is actually very rare because I try to limit the heat on my hair as much as possible. So when I am using any products like this, for example, I want to make sure that it's giving my hair that full volume and it's going to last me all week. Because again, if I'm not going to be applying heat to my hair, I try to limit washing my hair once a week, then something like this is really good if you're wanting to give your hair bounce, volume, that's going to give you that volume for as long as possible. Now with these as well, what I like, it's just a spray. So all you do is when your hair is damp is literally just spritz it in the root. Now you don't need a lot of this product. I usually just spritz it in the root, give it a bit of a zhuzh, really work it into all parts of the hair, and then just go in with your normal blow drying technique. I personally like to do quite a full blow dry with like a round brush, but even if you don't and you just use a normal paddle brush and you're drying your hair, this will still give you that volume at the root. I find as well, whenever I straighten my hair after it, it still has that volume at the root. I love a root volume boosting spray. I think they're really beneficial to have in your routine. And again, it's also got that protecting benefit as well, which is a no-brainer. So yeah, you get that. You get the Anatomicals Revitalising Body Scrub. And you've also up to now got the choice of either milk or juice from Commodity. Now the next two products are actually makeup items. And one of them is a Lucky Dip. Now, I was toying whether to show you all swatches of it. What I might do is I'm going to swatch my favourite on my lips and then swatch the rest of them on the back of the hand, because I feel like after I've used one and then another, it's just going to disrupt the colour of my lips and it's not going to give you a true reflection. So I'm going to choose my favourite colour out of the next product, demonstrate that, and then swatch the rest of them on the back of the hand. Okay, so you're probably wondering what on earth I mean when it comes to swatching, and that's because in this month's box you get an Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner. Now, I'm a lover of a lip liner. If you've watched me do content now for as long as I have, you will know how much I love a lip liner. So when I found out there was a Lucky Dip between all of these, when I tell you how excited I was, they're all such beautiful colours as well. So I hope you're just as excited as me. I have chosen my favourite shade, so I'm going to apply that now on camera, and then I'm going to swatch the rest on the back of the hand. Now, you don't get to choose your shade. However, one thing I will say is that all of them have got very similar undertones. Some of them are lighter, some of them are darker, but even the darker ones can be really lightly applied to create a lighter lip liner, and the lighter ones can be really builded up to create a darker lip liner as well. So in all honesty, I don't think you're going to have much issues in terms of your shade, because they're all quite natural, quite warm tones. Now the shade that I've chosen is actually Sandstone, and it's got like this more warm, I would say it's got a reddy undertone, but it's still quite more brown. It's like a browny red shade, but it's very warming. And I'm going to show you on the lip now. I do like a darker lip liner. I'm a sucker for a dark lip liner and a dark nude lip. I always have done. I always will do. But the good thing is we have got a product in this month's box that complements them all as well. So I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to go in with my favourite choice and shade, which is the Sandstone. They're very creamy. Very creamy. Look how easily that glided on. Now, I personally like to start from the centre of the bottom lip and work it up into the inner corners. Like so. And then I like to go from the inner corners up to the Cupid's bow. Now, I've always been quite conscious about my top lip. I've got quite a thin top lip. There's nothing wrong with that if you're watching and you've got a thin top lip like me. It's just an insecurity of mine. We all have them. So I tend to like overline my lips more. So I'm just going to go from the inner corner and just slightly overline to the Cupid's bow. Like so. Now, again, the reason why I do this is because I like to slightly overline the lip. But I find if I go from the Cupid's bow into the inner corner, I overline too much. As I have more control going from the inner corner. So I'm just overlining. Like so. I'm going to do the same on this side. Now, I think I'm happy with that application. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to blend a little bit on the inner corners of the lips to create like quite an ombre effect. Now, some lip liners you can't do this because some drying lip liners, they don't blend very well, as this is super creamy, so it's blending really easily. And just gently blending that into the lip, like so. I find it also gives longevity to the lip product you apply after it as well. Like so. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's applied. Now, before I go into the next product, I am going to swatch all of the shades. So even though you can see the shade on my lip, I am going to swatch it so you can compare it to the other shades. So this shade again is Sandstone. Let me just focus it on the camera so you can really see it. So this one is Sandstone. So again, quite a dark browny shade. The next one is Malt, which is again darker. This is definitely more of a brown, more a bit cooler, I would say, undertone, but definitely darker. This one is Caramel. Definitely warmer. It's nice, that one, actually. It's a bit more on the lighter shade. Not much difference between the one I applied, but it's slightly, yeah, I would say it's slightly more of a nude shade, that one. Again, that one is shade Caramel. This one definitely looks like it's going to be cooler. Yeah, slightly cooler. Not much different, actually, just slightly lighter than Caramel. And this is the shade, I think this is Hazelnut. Yeah, Hazelnut. This one, I reckon, could be the... Oh, no, I thought this might be the lightest, but it's not. Oh, that one is a nice shade. Oh, I'm so torn now. That one's shade Parchment. Oh. To be honest, I would personally wear all of them shades with different various lip products. So, yeah, I think this one is obviously much darker. But, again, this one, it can be lightly applied. Let me show you. It can be lightly applied like so, make it a lot more lighter, not as dense in colour. So you do have much more control over it. Well, they're the different shades. I'm intrigued to find out which shade you've got and how you feel about it. But again, in all honesty, I think they're all very similar. They're all very nude, more of a brown undertone. So again, perfect with a nude lip gloss, lip liner, lipstick. Very versatile, very flexible in terms of shades. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you all think of it and which shade you do get. But I would say, I love them all. I actually am quite drawn to the darkest shade personally. But yeah, they're all beautiful. So win, win, win. Okay, so we've gone through fragrance, body care, hair care, lip liners. As you can see, I again applied Sandstone on my lips, which I personally really do love the shade. But again, like I said earlier, I actually quite like them all. But there is a product in this month's box that complements them all beautifully, and it's from MUA Academy. It's their Hydra-Juice Peptide Lip Balm in shade Caramel Glaze. Now, this colour, it's a very nude, very glossy texture. So I feel like it would complement all of the lip liners. I've actually got one of the darkest shades on, and I feel like this, even with this on, which is actually classed as quite a light lip balm, is actually really complimentary. Actually, it looks really nice. What I like about this as well, it's not sticky. It's not stringy, it's not sticky. I find some lip balms can congregate on the inner corner of the lips, and it like gives like that white appearance. Oh, nothing icks me out more than a lip balm that does that. But it's not stringy, it's not congregating on the lips. If anything, it's just applied beautifully, applied smoothly. It's blended in with the lip liner really nicely. And again, I feel like if I apply it over all of these, for example, if I apply it over the top of all these lip liners, yeah, I feel like it complements each individual lip liner. As you can see, as well as I'm rubbing it in, them lip liners do not move. Wow. But yeah, it complements every single one of those lip liners. So again, really lovely, really nice texture. Again, doesn't feel sticky. And I think it's one of those that would be really nice on its own as well. So if you're just wanting a little bit of hydration on the lips, regardless whether you're wearing makeup, lip liner, anything, foundation, I feel like you could just pop that on and it wouldn't really make much difference to the colour of your lips. I feel like it's quite a little bit more on the sheerer side than it is pigmented. So again, I feel like it complements probably a lot of lipsticks, a lot of lip liners really nicely. So that's this month's box. So again, it comes in the iconic pink glossy box worth over £54 and contains 5 products, a mixture of fragrance, body scrubs, hair care and makeup. You were able to choose which commodity fragrance last month if you're already a subscriber, but if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber just yet or have just subscribed, you will get Milk, and you will also get a lucky dip out of our Anastasia Beverly Hills Nude lip liners. Again, absolutely beautiful, each and every one of them. And again, it is purely going to be a lucky dip, so you'll receive one of the 5 different shades. But as always, I do like to sneak peek the following month, and all I'm gonna say is the sneak peek for Feb, it's truly incredible. And I'm so excited because you were all really excited to see this brand being featured for the first time last year. Now we've got this brand again, and it's a full size, and in a second you're gonna see why I'm so excited. So I'm just so excited. I just feel like the February box this year is giving Valentine's. I love a themed box. You all love a themed box. Let me show you the bag. So it's not coming in a box this month. It's coming in this beautiful, look at that, Valentine's love heart themed little like ribbed cosmetics bag. How beautiful is that? Oh, and not just that, you're getting a full size, not just any full size, moisturiser with SPF 30 from Balm. I'm not going to tell you too much. I want to keep it all a surprise, but this is your sneak peek for February. How exciting. Full size moisturiser from Balm, as well as this beautiful Love Heart cosmetics bag. So yeah. So I'm super excited for that, and I cannot wait to see what you all think of the lineup of February. But again, this is this month's, which is January. Again, always comment below what you think of this month's box. What's your favourite products? What products you're not that bothered about? Tell me it all. Thank you so much as always for watching. And if you do have any questions, just as always, pop them below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.